Madagascar, where hope shines bright. A beacon education, set cool ignites. Angele.H Paris stands strong in support and in grace, empowering young minds and women their place. Hope in every thread, a story unfolds. With every purchase, lives are transformed and dreams unfold. Fashion meets purpose in perfect harmony. Angele.H Paris, where style sets souls free. Fashion, fashion, fashion is meeting purpose today. On today's episode of A Traveling Palette, I am here with a very, very dear friend who I've known for God knows, I don't know, 30 years, something like that, something crazy. And we've actually gone through this journey together for many years and so forth, but we'll get into that. I wanted to come to you guys today because we're in the season of holly. It's the holiday time around the world, and during that time, you're probably getting a lot of solicitations from various organizations talking about support me, and everything. And a lot of organizations need support. I think we know that a lot of institutions somehow that support that we give doesn't always get to the people who need it the most. So my dear friend who started a fashion brand many years ago, a manufacturing company, who I have here with us today, she is extremely committed to supporting the women and children of Madagascar in a meaningful way, but not just giving handouts. That's not what this is about. This is about empowering people and changing lives and nurturing the next generation of people, young people, women especially, So for the next few days, we're going probably, indefinitely. But, here, I should say that coming on live or just being on camera is not something that honestly, I don't even like to do it. I just do it because other people want the information, So, but my lovely friend with me today is camera shy, so I want you guys to show her all kinds of love and encourage her so that she will come on again in the future. Okay, because that is what we need, because we need people like I was going to say these angels, but her name is Angele, so we need people like this angel to continue to do the work that they do, empowering lives, empowering generations of people. So, as I'm thinking about it, as we share this story, and in the coming weeks and months and so forth, I'd love for us to go into little tidbits, so we'll get to that, and just kind of talk about how people's lives have been changed, and we're changing the trajectory of people's lives in Madagascar. Madagascar, a part of the African continent, it's not just a movie that you've heard about. It is a real person, a real place with real people living real lives, and the lives, when everything is said and done, all of us want a roof over our heads. All of us want to be able to take care of our children, put food on the table. All of us want to, educate our children, and ideally create a life that that their children and their children's children will be doing better and better, right? Isn't that what we all want? So I'm going to introduce you to Ms. Angele of Angele.H Paris. Angele.H Paris is a fashion brand, and they've been producing clothing for over 20 years. Okay, so and actually they've done a lot of private label for many of the brands that you probably love, you know? So, but I'm not even going to go into that because I'm going to begin by opening it up and ask Angele just to tell you, how did she even get started in fashion? Or what's your story? You know what? Actually, go back. Let's go back to childhood. You know, as a child, what did you want to be when you grow up? Isn't that how we all start? Oh, goodness. Are we frozen? Okay. Angele, are you back? Okay, great. So Angela is with us
I'm
from
back, but
Madagascar.
it was at least 3 minutes. So
I know, I realized I talked so much as I looked over. Anywho, I mean, there's just so much to unfold. But here, Angel, walk us through early life, what that looked like, and how is it that you even, what did you want to do when you grow up? That was the question, right?
well, first, I think I can say that I grew up in Togo. I was born in Togo, a little country of the west coast of Africa. And as a young child, I moved with my parents in France,
Oh, you just broke up.
Paris,
Hold on. You broke up. Hold on 1 second. You broke up. I missed that.
and I grew up
Um,
in a wealthy family. I studied in Paris, and
oh, Angel, Angel,
actually, my
Angel, I
studies
need
are law,
Angel.
you know. So I'm basically a lawyer. But later
Oh, we have a bad connection. That's Madagascar for you. Um, and we cannot hear her. Let's see here. Why is this happening now? Mm, let's see here. We came connection. Mm.
and she was, doing fabric. She was in the fabric industry, and I feel
Can you
like,
see me? Can you see
there is a
me?
connection.
Can you
Yes,
see
I
me?
can.
Okay, great. Because
Yes,
you need to tell that story again because we lost connection. So you need to start right back from the beginning.
I know we lost connection, but I cannot do that over and over again.
Here,
I,
here,
I, I
here,
I
here,
didn't know if we had to stop or not. Just like on your side, I was still on live.
here. Oh, really? Yeah, no, you weren't on my side though. But we'll see. Here, just you know what? Give us the cliff notes. So you grew up in Togo. That's the last part, and then it cut off. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it was.
I,
Okay,
okay, go ahead.
Kim, here's something. We cannot do this live. We have to record this and then you post it. We cannot do this live. No.
Okay, well, we'll
So
try that for
take
the
the
next
live
time.
thing
Here,
away.
really
Yeah.
quickly, go, go.
No, because it's too long, Kim. We cannot do this because it's frozen on your part. It's frozen on my part.
Well, you know what? I don't here. Can you just give me just the cliff notes and we'll leave people to come back for the rest? Go.
Okay, so what do you want me to say?
You were born in Togo.
Okay. And then I moved to Paris. That's what I was saying. I was
Okay.
showing the whole thing.
Quick, while we have internet. Go.
Okay, so yes, I grew up in Togo, which is a little country of Africa. And as a child, I moved to France, Paris, where I was living with my parents. And I have to say that I'm a privileged person because I never needed anything. My parents were wealthy enough to give me a good education. And I just grew up with this feeling of helping people because it's what my grandmother always did in Togo. And so when I was little, I was seeing all this. And well, I grew up, I studied, and I actually studied law. So I'm a lawyer. And I end up in fashion really because as I traveled, my whole life changed.
Oh, you said once you were traveling, you traveled to Madagascar. What, the latter part of law school? Okay. And that's when you were exposed and yeah, fell in love. So, so
Yeah,
okay, okay. But you said you were your grandmother. I believe I recall because we know each other for years. Your grandmother was actually in fashion, right?
completely. She was one of the first women in Togo, um, recognized for fashion. She was in the textile industry, and she was the very first importer and exporter from the entire Togo, and then Benin, Ivory Coast, Ghana, all by herself. She really started that, and fashion was my grandmother activities. Yeah,
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was really at the forefront. She had that vision, that eye, and I think that's probably where you got it from. In your foundational years with your grandmother as well. So it rubbed off on you. It's
absolutely. Yeah,
interesting. We never
yeah,
know how those things are going to, you know, play out in our life later on in life. So
yeah.
you came to Madagascar. You got inspired. What were your first impressions of Madagascar?
My goodness, it was first I came for a month vacation, and I was so moved by people, the impression, because people, it was more than 20 years ago, and people were so poor. As I said, I grew up in Togo, which is a little country of Africa, before I moved to Paris, France, and I've never seen such a poverty in my life. When I came in Madagascar, people were so poor that I kept crying. I was traveling to discover the country, and I kept crying because the poverty was so dense, was so strong than anything I have experienced. And I can tell you that I traveled a lot. I really did. And but here I was just shocked. That's why I have decided, when I went back to my country, I like France, because I'm a French citizen. I said I cannot just pretend that I haven't seen what I've seen. So my thing was to try to help women and children the best way I could. As a lawyer, I couldn't really do anything concrete. So I had that idea to start working with the women, give them a job, train them, and little by little build a factory where we can produce, you know, product in and export to sell, so they can have a better life, and first a job, then a better life. Because most of the women that I work with are single mother. Some of them are widow. So yes, it was a journey, and it still continues
Mhm,
more than
mhm.
20 years after.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember those early foundational years, and I remember you telling me, personally, before my first trip to Madagascar, you were telling me, Kim, the poverty is just so great. Like it's not like anything you've ever experienced, that you've ever, witnessed. To see things in the United States is different, And I gotta say, when I first went there, I was also moved in a similar way. I was just like, it's very hard to witness the level of poverty. I said, but then you see the people are just lovely. The people of Madagascar are really, really just lovely. They're kind and extremely helpful. They try to be helpful. So I understand. I totally understood early on why it is that you felt that you wanted to do something, and you know, and beyond just giving contributions, because you know how they say if you teach someone to fish they can continue to fish, you know what I mean? So yeah, the fact that
Absolutely,
you
absolutely,
chose to
yes.
empower the lives, really
Yeah.
important, really important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then you produce, I know that we started off with handbags and children's clothing, and then women's clothing and everything, and many of the styles that you produce, are things. Some of the things you conceptualized like 20 plus years ago, because I mean, I know there's a very popular style that that's we were producing 20 years ago. But
Yes.
um so let's just talk about the present day, because you recently launched to retail, right? Selling
Yes.
direct to retail, right?
Absolutely.
And
Mm-hmm.
so we now have a new recently launched website. I guess it was early summer, kind of sort of, that we launched it. But we just launched a winter collection as well. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Oh, are you frozen again? Okay. You know what? How about, oh, okay, okay. I was going to say, so can you hear me now? You can hear me. Okay. So, we're going to do, um, over the course of the weekend, we're going to share clips, share information. And then I believe by Monday, we will be showing you in real time a little bit of the collection. I mean, you can go on the website right now and see it. Angele.H Paris.store, and that's Angele.H Paris.store. And you can go there and pick up some things, because every purchase is helping the women and children of Madagascar, the employees and their children, and another organization which supports education. Oh, are you back? Okay, I was just, because you
I'm
froze.
back.
So I was
Yeah,
just
it
telling
was. It
people.
was. It was for at least 5 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh, you were frozen. I couldn't see you. Okay, so I was just telling people that
Start it
we'll
again.
No, no, no. I was just telling people that we're going to be sharing a bit of information over the course of the next few days, and then on Monday that we'll be showing some of your winter collection, right? Yeah.
I will be glad to do that, to share those
Oh,
things. And yes, because I really feel and think that what we're doing here has a purpose, and I cannot thank you enough for pushing me doing this, because just like you said, I'm a shy camera person, and I don't really want people to see my face. However, I feel like people need to know what we do in order to support us, because supporting us, it's supporting all the women that working, and for whom we have dedicated our life for.
yeah, yeah. And that's really what it's all about, changing lives. And,
Exactly.
we will share. We will share. So we want you guys to follow us and come back, because we have a lot to share with you, and we look forward to, really, really, we look forward to seeing you next time. Until then. My style sets souls free in a world of wonder where fashion reigns. Angele.H Paris weaves a tapestry of hope.